Hello and welcome to the TORA Carrera Cup, rounds 5 and 6 from Silverstone International. I'm Darcy24 here with SFM Countmaster, and we'll be broadcasting the remainder of one of the qualifying sessions and the A-Lobby race for the pro class for this event. How are you feeling about this one, Cal?
I'm excited to see how it goes. A lot of different faces from last season, so it's anybody's game right now.
Yeah, this is still relatively early on in the championship. This is the third weekend out of, I believe, 6, and so far it's kind of exactly who you'd expect to see up front. Drivers from THR, AX4X, of course, Force 1, off some very good FRC performances. So right now we're on board with THR Astanash, just watching his qualifying laps get put in. It's a little more difficult to get a sense of who's where during qualifying just because of the way the leaderboard updates, but right now it looks like the driver on pole is AX4X SoCal24. That tells me they're just getting started. Who do you think we should keep an eye out for today, Cal?
I'm going with Force 1 on this one. I mean, it's an easy pick, but it's hard to argue against him at this point.
Yeah, he's a fast guy. Recently coming off the F4H team onto the new esports team Veloz, alongside of Racers, also formerly of F4H, and Virus, formerly of Wickerman. So we'll see how that pans out in a race situation. Just having a look at the standings here. So far it looks like Force 1 is comfortably leading the pro class by 6 points over Richard Mead, EVR Mead, who recently was on AX4X. The Pro-Am, Drifting Heroes, leading over AX4X SoCal. In the AM class, it would appear that the current highest placed points guy is Iron Sweeney. It's a name I've not seen before.
Yeah, a lot of big names missing from this season. Could be the timing, but
yep, that this season being, of course, the second time TORA has done the official Carrera Cup Esports. First time was over the winter, and Car Lightning kind of stole the show with winning every race he entered, which is pretty impressive, I would say.
oh, absolutely, especially considering the format, spec cars, and everything. That really puts a lot of pressure on not just theoretically having a car that is faster based on the BOP, so it is impressive.
Yeah, there's not a lot of flexibility you have with these cars. They're kind of, what you see is what you get. Now, what's a little different than normal for a TORA series is that these cars actually do not have adjustable front aero, only the rear spoiler, which you can see right now on AX4X SoCal's car. So they understeer, and you kind of got to treat throttle as a switch. Now, Cal and I did this series last year, but I don't know about you, Cal, but it's been a while since I drove this car. How do you think these guys are going to handle it today around the tight and twisty Silverstone track?
I'm interested to see. One of the big issues I noticed when I was running a little earlier was just at least my car was very difficult to get it to actually put power down, which was odd for Porsche, so I'm curious to see how well they have them set up for the two slow-speed corners, whether they can actually get them to not push, especially considering you get to the power while you're still pretty far in the corner on both of the slow-speed areas.
Yeah, right now we're riding along with electronic sport competition driver Finn Marco. That's a French team. So see how these guys come out and on the track. But yeah, the car is very, very prone to massive understeer or sudden oversteer. It's very setup dependent. So you'll notice a lot of drivers running wide, like Adam Watson just did there in that green car up ahead.
Yeah, it's extremely easy to just get on the power too early and completely screw yourself for that lap and sometimes the next if you're in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and these aren't very long races either. I think the longest one should be about 25-ish minutes. So if you make a mistake, that could be game done for you.
Yeah, and with no pit stops, so no real stop strategy to help you out, you can't really find a cheap way to jump somebody, or it's all got to happen on the track.
Qualifying should be nearly over now for this group. You only get a few laps here now. However, it is a very short track, but you still want to get a good lap. Yep, they're definitely done this lap.
Yeah.
They're all pulling off. So it seems like Adam Watson pulled off a fast time from this lobby. Here he's doing a victory donut. Followed by his teammate AX4X SoCal, THR Astenash. Try to get the different cars up here so you can see what they look like. This one's meant to look like the Manti racing car. Here we have Fennemarco again, French team. AX4X Bandit, formerly of LMR, in the Mobile 1 car. The second ESC driver, Darkin this time, number 594. Then we have VG Cowboy, the VIP Pet Foods. This is an Australian GT livery. It's been carried over. We have AX4X Broomski from Down Under, also the UPS car. That is a gorgeous vehicle, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Maynard Mark IV, also driving for AX4X with the VIP Foods car. Then we have Nelly D, also an AX4X driver. And that's everyone who's still running in this session. So I guess we will see what happens.
Yeah, now we just have to wait to see the results from every other lobby to see where they actually stand.
Yeah. For some of the events, we have the ability to just open up the live timing dock and just instantly know everything. But for this one, the live timing is a little slow, so we'll see. It'd be nice if we were able to see the actual results in lobby here, but it would appear that we can't.
It would be. Not sure why I don't have any information whatsoever coming up on mine.
No, it's because it's set to timed race. Forza doesn't have the ticker for timed race. It's a little frustrating, but you know, what can you do?
Not too much, it would seem. Just going down and looking at points, there's only 2 all-pro teams for this. We have AX4X November Foxtrot Gamma 1,177, followed by HTR
Lujura.
1028, so not too far off, but I have some catching up to do.
Now, if I remember correctly, the Lujura team is Solar and Hamish, right?
Lujura is Vortex, Solar, and Boxer.
There we go. Alright.
Unless that's changed, but that's
Yeah.
where it's on the registration.
Yeah, I know Lujura is that's Solar's sponsor for his Twitch stream, so it's kind of cool to see them on the car.
Yep. And then X4X November Foxtrot Gamma is Explosive Sam, Adam Watson, and EVRB.
Yep, and I suspect Midu is not going to be on that team very much longer since he is no longer affiliated with AX4X. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, it depends. I know a lot of drivers will at least finish out a season, even if they transfer in the middle of it. So hopefully, for their sake at least, they'll be able to stay on.
We'll see. Alright, so it looks as though some of the lap times are being put in. However, Adam Watson has not quite finished yet. We do have one DNQ. AMS Mashi's decided to not participate today for the AMS Manti squad, number 912. Oh well. It's not quite sorted yet on the live timing dock, so we can't see who's got the pole yet. But it does appear that the pole is going to be in the 55s.
Impressive times.
Yeah, those are pretty quick. Actually, no, I can't say who the pole is. It's going to be HCR Vortex 9 with a 55.296 from Flying Mikey J's lobby. That is quick. You can see here, just for comparison, Adam was fastest in this lobby, and he pulled off 55.68. So Vortex, he's fast. Hailing from Ireland, very, very rapid driver. I guess now we just gotta wait to see how the lobbies get sorted by Adam and Mikey. See who goes where, you know?
Yep. Looking at maximum of 16 to 18 drivers in a lobby, so we'll find out soon enough where the split ends up.
Yep. And I've actually just gotten access to the full document sheet, so now I can take a look and see some additional information. All right, so Adam is still putting in times. He's getting there though. So it looks like we're going to have 31 drivers today. In the Pro class, there's going to be, looks like 5 guys. In Pro-Am, they're going to have 16. And then in the Am class, we're going to have 10. So I would imagine they're going to split Pro-Am. So they would probably do Pro and then the top of Pro-Am. And then I would guess, yep, that is what they're doing. They're doing Pro in the top of Pro-Am and then the bottom of Pro-Am in the Am class.
Makes sense to at least keep it to 2. It's not too bad.
Yeah. And there were 2 drivers that were reclassified today. Olivo the Jackal was moved from Am to Pro-Am, and Jensen 09 was moved from Pro-Am to Am. However, he will not be participating due to fatigue. So hopefully he feels better soon.
Yeah, looks like Jackal qualified right about in the middle of Pro-Am. So
yeah.
That seems to be a much better fit.
Yeah, and this was actually the last round that you could get reclassified, so they just wanted to make sure that that was done properly. So your starting grid, I'm just going to read it off real quick. We have HCR Vortex 9 and HCR Hamish on the front row in the first lobby, followed by Velas, Force 1, and EVR Meaty. That's a fast top 4. Adam Watson is 5th, followed by Prod Forza 4 AMG, one of the most rapid drivers in the Puerto Rican team, Prod. Hopefully they're doing okay with the recent hurricane damage. After Forza 4, we have Drifting Hero, Mr. Drive, AXFX SoCal, THR Astanash, ESC Fenomarco, AXFX Bandit, ESC Darkin, Olivo the Jackal, Midland Zeta, and Prod Excited rounding out that lobby. So that's who we're going to watch today. We're just going to watch a lobby. So, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, just going back to looking at the standings right now, Hamish is down in 6th, but he missed round 2. However, there is a drop round, so when you count for drops right now, he's only a point behind Force 1, so that's a good fight, and especially considering he's likely trying to make good on a second place in the last season.
Yeah, no, and unlike the last season where all the classes were mixed together with just sub-championships, this one they actually do attempt to keep the classes racing only themselves. So that could definitely influence how hard some of these guys race each other. Because if you're a pro driver and the 3 guys in front of you are pro-am, you have no incentive to race them hard, so your goal would just be to maintain the gap to whoever's behind you. But if you're sandwiched between some guys, you're going to want to get around them, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
So it's going to kind of change the dynamic here. So on the Pro-Am side of things, it looks really, really tight right now between Drifting Hero, SoCal, and Astanash. Only 20 points between them after 4 races. That's pretty tiny.
Yeah, especially considering the scale that we're on right now. And
Sorry,
again, we seem to have a similar situation going on Pro-Am field as well, where one of the drivers that's significantly farther down is probably still in good standing after you count for the drops. So they'll also be really going for it the rest of the season, because while everybody else has their, they have a bad weekend while running, okay, that's their drop. They can't have a bad race that use it on completely missing, so it changes the dynamic a little bit.
Yeah, if you miss around, you really got to be tip-top for the next ones, so we'll see. Now, we have seen championships decided before the last round. For example, in ASCC, TUS Switch locked it up by winning the first 4 races, which was very impressive. So, depending on how these guys do, it may behoove them to just not race the last one, take some stress off,
Yep, absolutely.
However, by doing that, you run the risk of somebody behind you getting a better finish and possibly leapfrogging you in the team's championship. Because there is no drop for teams, there's only a drop for the individuals. So that kind of changes things a bit.
Well, depends on how much they truly care about the team's championship and who else you have on it.
Yeah. And while we're looking at the team's championship, the HCR Luzrua car, I think I'm saying that right, they're only that far behind because Vortex disconnected from one of his races, so they should have about another 140 points on there, which will tighten that right back up. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can
that would
take back it from AX4X NFG.
Yeah, that'd put them on the Brown 10 points behind, 9.
Yep.
Yeah, 9.
Still just waiting for the lobby to be assembled here. Alright, so just going back to round 3. Just in case anyone's wondering, in the second lobby, starting on pole will be DOR Forlorn Bear for Delta Online Racing, followed by BG Cowboy, They Call Me Bubs for LMP, FM Jam for Grip Tech, which is an AX4X satellite team, Maynard Mark IV for the AX4X Whiskey Tango Oscar team, and then Flying Mikey J for AX4X pensioners rounding out the Pro-Am class. For the AM class, on the pole is MRT A&M 79, followed by Born Joker 999 for Team OGX, then Broomski for Allied Forces, MRT KJM 82, and then the MRT Lomac teammates Revoked Leaf and Westicles, followed by Nelly D Racer, Peter 2117, and Unknown Hitman. The only DNQ was AMS Moshi's. So there's meant to be 16 racers, and it looks like we've got 10 of them so far, so this might take a while.
Usually does. It's not an easy process necessarily to get everybody in all at once.
Oh yeah. Usually if you can
All
start
right.
within... Oh, our third member of our little broadcast team has joined. Hello, Zai.
Hello. Gonna be streaming as well. Decided to hop in.
Alright, looks like we only need, I believe, 3 more, and then we should be good to go. Do.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been around the Porsche Carrera Cup. It's always good racing in these spec series.
Yep.
And slightly slower cars.
And if you're somebody that watches old stream archives, if you managed to watch Zai's stream from last year's Grand Hatch round, he and I actually crashed.
Yeah. But at that point in time, I wasn't in the team, just a privateer.
Yeah. It was pretty hilarious, but you know,
Yeah.
sometimes that's how you meet racing buddies. You crash into each other.
Yep.
Adam has
So
just
what's
changed
up?
something here in the lobby. All right,
Make
so it's
sure you switch back to spectate.
yeah. So we're gonna have what appears to be a 21 lap race with a warm-up lap. So that'll be exciting. Still missing a few. I'm gonna see if I can help him out here. Figure out who's missing. Looks like HCR Vortex is not in, so let me toss him an invite just to help Adam out. Oh, no, he's already in here, actually. It has just started pouring rain outside my house. Last time that happened was last night. The power went out, so this will be interesting.
Ooh dear.
Wow, like, I can barely see out my window. This is actually kind of impressive. Holy crud.
Bit of a storm going on. Over in the UK, we've had a bit as well.
That's just par for the course for the UK, though, isn't it?
Well, like, heavy thunder isn't quite so common.
Yeah. Alright. So, while we're waiting here, I'm just going to go through and show you what all the different cars look like. Had I been participating, here's what the 923 Swordfish car looks like. This is Adam Watson's number 99 Caltex car. AX4X Bandit in the mobile car. We're just going to be calling him Bandit today. ESC Darkin, or Darkin, in the 594. Driftin' Hero in the 991. We're just going to call him Drift. AX4X SoCal, henceforth referred to as SoCal, in the 24. Here we have HCR Hamish in the ALD car. Mr. Drive in the 911. Midu in the 212 Caltex car. Fina Marco in the 700. Here we have Midland Zeta in the number 97. Always sharp looking cars from Zeta. If you look closely, you can see he's actually got Damascus steel as the underlying layer there. That's kind of cool. Here we have Olivo the Jackal, recently reclassified, in the number 142. THR Astanash in the 584 Porsche South London car. Prod Forza 4 AMG in the Prod car, 993.
Very
Prod,
nice looking car.
Yep, Prod Excited in the 452 car. Veloz Force 1 in the, what I think is number 48. It's a little hard to tell from this angle. That
Yes,
car is
48.
gorgeous.
Yep.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time on that. And then rounding out the field, but starting up front, we have Vortex 9 in the 988. Now, I don't know what his sponsor is because I don't read Japanese, but I would guess it's Luzuru?
Larue stands. So.
Yeah. We're just going to call it Elzu because I can't pronounce it. Okay, so there's your field. Anytime now we'll be getting rolling.
Yep, things are getting very close because everybody's in the lobby. We're getting ready to race.
Just tell Adam we're ready to go. Alrighty. Now remember, there is 2 races today. The first race is set by qualifying, and the second race is ordered by the results of the first. Here, it looks like Adam's still changing stuff. It's okay?
I was gonna say, so essentially with the second race being set on the first, really emphasizes the fact that you really can't screw up your first race, or else it's really going to affect both, not just one.
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, it also looks like a lot of people are using AMS tunes, despite not a single AMS driver participating today. Let's see, we have a McQueen tune on my car, but that doesn't count because I'm not racing. Bandit's using a Swift tune, Darkin's using a Swift tune, as is Drift, SoCal, Drive, Mead, Finamarco, Zeta, almost everyone. Jackal's using it. Forza 4 is using it. Excited using it. My goodness.
Be good.
So, if anyone's car isn't handling right, you can just blame AMS Swift.
Yep.
Alright, so it looks like as soon as Drift, Drive, Mead, Finamarco, and Vortex get ready, we can get this show on the road. Now, this Porsche, the 911 GT3 RS, is only obtainable through this series. And it's limited to, I believe, 200 entrants per competition. So this is one of the rarest cars out there right now.
I believe it must be. Rarest cars that are in the game playable, yeah. I'm not too sure, but I thought it was like a rival reward or something like that at one point. I can't be too sure.
Yeah. Either way, this is one of the very few times you'll actually get to see this thing raced at full song.
And with very fast people in them.
Alright, so the reason we haven't launched it, they're trying to determine the starting order for the cars. There's some confusion on who should be where. Hopefully that gets resolved very shortly. So it looks like a lot of the AX4X cars were painted by Broomsky, the gentleman from Australia. It's pretty cool. He had to make all those logos, put them on the car. It's kind of impressive.
Yep.
I see TUS Grizzly painted the car for HCR Hamish.
Yeah, it's a quite simple looking paint, but looks good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I believe they were actually teammates last season when Grizzly was on HCR.
Yeah.
And then HCR Yuko has painted the car for Vortex. So.
Yes, I can confirm, looking back, they were teammates last season, finished second in the championship.
There you go. They were very speedy boys last year.
Indeed. Looks like we're going to be getting underway in a few seconds.
Yeah, so the reason we hadn't launched was actually that the ESC team wanted to know on what platform this was being streamed so they could share it with their fans. So that's kind of cool.
Awesome.
So hello to everyone who's watching.
Hello.
Alright, so we are now getting rolling.
Great
Loading.
Forza loading screen.
Yep, it's a beautiful screen, I gotta say. All right,
And-
so just remember we are a little bit behind the other guys.
Yep, but it should mean that we're all together in terms of commentators. So.
Yeah.
What
See
is
ha-
happening here has happened a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah. So let's see, we've got the map, we've got the player focus, which shows us a little bit of a localized leaderboard. We have the race stats, which shows the leader, the best lap, what it is, and the top speed. So let's just let's leave it on the map for now. And we also have the ticker, remember? So we can get some information here. So let's just leave that on the time behind leader for now. It's probably the most useful way of getting this.
Yeah, it's probably the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the car on somewhere mid-pack. I'll put it on drifting. Oh, Adam Watson.
Yeah, it's always exciting to watch the starts for these things from 1 or 2 rows back, because you can just see everything unfolding
Yep.
ahead of you. So I'm going to leave it on Meadu, EVR Mead. Alrighty. You guys ready? TORA Carrera Cup, Silverstone coming at you. Coming to the line. Vortex from Hamish, from Veloz vs. 1, from Prod Forza 4. Let's go.
That field
we got
looks
a little-
extraordinarily close.
Got a
It's
little
great.
bit of a mix-up in the back to back, but it looks like we're getting it together.
Looks like a clean start from the Pro-Am guys, with Vortex shooting up the inside, clean line to the outside, and he immediately runs wide. Can't do that too many times. Also drifted around wide. Meadu's lost a spot, down from 5th to 6th behind Drift. Actually, he's lost 2 spots. Wow, that's not good. I'm starting to think that
A
the...
little bit of contact back in the Pro-Am field.
Same in the Pro as well. Drifty almost got punted off there by Meadu, but I don't believe that was intentional. Now, in 5th and 6th right now is Meadu and Adam Watson, who had a hilariously hard fight. Whoa, good save from Adam.
But
Uh,
Meadu gonna get that.
These guys really went at it at the Tascar Watkins Glen race, which is partially why Meadu is now on EVR, but you know, we'll see what happens with that. Should be interesting to see how Adam can recover from that ambitious dive up to the front.
Exciting. Now it's gonna start to cool off a bit, but we will definitely see more and more moves occur.
Vortex just had a bad entry in turn 1. It's allowed Hamish and Force 1 to really close up. Minor contact. On the brakes. Nobody's going to be too brave. Hard defense, and the HCR teammates hit each other, and Force 1 takes the lead.
Oh dear.
Well, that wasn't smart, guys. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, back in the field, but they're still going at it too wide through most of these corners, especially down
3
13,
wide
14,
up there.
15, 16.
Yeah, and it looks like from 3rd back to 9th, the cars are just bumper to bumper. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, and
seconds
EVR
involved.
Mead almost got knocked off the road by Adam Watson.
But Adam gonna take that quite clean. Didn't look like there was any contact.
So, bit of a punchy opening 2 laps here.
First place is gonna get a slide on in the turn 1 exit.
Looks like everybody is running wide in turn 1. You're not meant to be doing that, boys.
As much as we know at Sparsa, it's not clean.
One of the AMS guys actually got disqualified from this race last year for doing that, so
Ah.
the precedent's there. Oh, big bump by, who am I on board with now? X-Fork SoCal on Mead knocks him down from 7th to 10th. He's not going to like that. Oh, and Astenash
Mead
goes around. Astenash and
That's
Mead are
not good.
around. That was
Gonna be
not
a battle
good.
at the back of the field now.
Yikes.
Well, and they're gonna have to come through the
Ouch.
back of the Pro-Am guys, still all going at it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move back to those guys.
See if anyone got any damage from that. Looks like Meadu lucked out here, no damage. So that could have been much worse for him.
Could have been.
Astenash as well, no damage, but he's got some work to do now.
Yep.
Looks like we got a bit of a fight going on here for 12th. Prod Excited's got a big run coming up on Bandit. Or sorry, on Jackal.
He looks to the inside, but thinks better of it. That's going to be Midland Zeta trying to go around the outside, and he might make it stick. He does.
Where's Zeta up to now, anyway?
He's in 13th right now. Does make the move on Oliver Jackal.
There he
And he's
goes.
side by side. Going to the last right-hander.
Zeta, of course, coming off a good finish in the TORA Indy 500.
Yep. That man is fast around left-hand corners.
So, as violent as that beginning of the race was, the whole field is still within 10 seconds, so nobody's really out of it yet.
That's going to be Oliver Jackal.
Ooh, somebody's
making a
way
bit of
off
a
ahead.
mistake.
Yep.
The battle for first looks quite close right now.
Yep. Mr. Drive just rejoined after running off. Now, if you're HCR Vortex, are you going to race Prod Captain Slow super hard, knowing that he's not in the same class as you? Or are you just going to sort of let him be, maybe wear his own tires out, and then try to chase down Force 1?
I'd rather be in second due to the point gap that would be between the two. But I think he should just kind of lay it off for a bit. Force 1 is a very fast driver.
Yep. Big lockup from Prod Forza 4 there, going into the corner.
Yeah,
It's
if
gonna
I
allow-
were
Force 1's off.
I'd
Big
want
sim
to-
twitch.
No way I would not want to be pulled up that long.
Vortex on the right side though right now.
Yep. And around the outside, and he's going to get Prod Forza 4. Nicely done.
Not
Oh!
yet. Does get a bit
Nah.
of a slide out of the exit.
He's
but
got him.
He's got him.
Oh, and that move allows Hamish to go through as well.
Yep. HCR Hamish. Taking
Following
third.
his teammate.
Right, so
Maybe
now,
a team
now it's
or two
Force
can
1,
make it.
Vortex, Hamish. Your top three. It's kind of what we expected to happen, though, isn't it?
Yeah. To be honest, after the first lap shenanigans, that was going to end up happening that way.
Now, let's see if the guys
Let's move
that
back
had that
down.
accident have made any headway yet. Gonna jump back to Midu. So it looks like Astanesh and Mead are catching up to the back of the Pro-Am field. Astanesh actually almost took out Jackal there.
Jackal's going to get a
Oh,
bit of a
somebody's
slide.
off.
Someone really off.
Really far
wide.
off there. Wow. Was it Zeta?
I couldn't see that.
I
in
think
there.
it was
think
Zeta,
It was.
based on how dirty his car is now.
Yeah.
Whoa! Great tracking shot there of Astanesh going up the inside of Jackal. Just everywhere you look, there's just Porsches everywhere here.
That's what you expect.
And
Getting
Astanesh
very
saves
close
it.
to Astanesh there.
Almost took him out there.
Yeah.
Force 1 has almost got a full second now on Vortex, so he's slowly opening that gap. It's not huge, but he's getting there.
And that gap really has closed up from what it started at. Someone else running wide, looking on the map there.
Seems like from 11th back to 16th, the cars are just nose to tail, or only a couple car lengths. It's going to tighten right up in this last sector here.
That's what it usually does. Astanesh is going to be getting that.
The
drop
inside of
and
Jackal, and he's got him. See if Mead can follow him
Midu
through.
is trying to follow him through, yeah.
He's on the outside, but he's going to get a better launch off the corner now.
Yeah. And might try and go under for the next corner.
I think he's
He
got him.
does do. It's going to happen in turn 1.
Nope, entirety of the top three ran wide through turn 1 through that lap.
Well done, boys.
Let's make it
And
past us.
Richard Mead is now
Yes.
15.
Yep. That's going to open up the field ahead of him.
The
See if
ESC
Jackal
guy,
goes in.
ESC guys running together, 9th and 10th, in their second round, I believe. They missed the first one due to a late sign-in. Let's check out their car. Oh. And Fina Marco has just disconnected.
Oh, unfortunate.
Unlucky. I hear crashing sounds. What happened?
Oh, there's a... Yep.
Oh, wasn't him, actually. Someone disconnected. Let's see if we can figure out who it was. So we got Force 1, Vortex, Hamish, Prod. It's not Adams, not Drift. It appears to be AX4X SoCal has disconnected. Unlucky.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah.
The top three are getting quite close. It does look like there's a move going on a bit further back.
Yep. Just confirmation now on the seat that, or sheet rather, that AX4X SoCal has disconnected in the AX4X pensioner's car. That's unlucky.
You could say they disconnected his life supply.
It would also seem that Vinamarco is having a position recorded. That is odd.
Excited trying to get the move on Midland Zeta, but Zeta gonna get the better pull out of the corner.
Live timing is having some issues here, so
I'm gonna stick with oh wow, Asnash trying to go around the outside. That was a brave move. Will he make that work?
Force 1 with a huge lockup into the last sector. Allowed Vortex to catch up a bit.
Asnash is gonna make that dive on Excited.
And he's got the spot.
Interesting.
Go ahead, Cal.
Interesting watching the different lines between Vortex and Force 1. Force 1 is coming back across the track a little bit to enter the long right-hander, and Vortex is just staying right on the curve after to enter it.
See Adam Watson running wide in turn 1.
It's always interesting to see the different drivers taking different routes.
Hamish is all over the back of Vortex now.
Oh yeah.
That looks like 2 cars wide on turn 3, I believe. That's Mirdu and Asnash again.
Really now? Let's just bring up the map here. We've got a car stopped on the backstretch. Who's that?
That's the
Or is
that's
that the
the lagged out
disconnect?
car.
That's the disconnect, alright. So, right at the back, Mead and Asnash again. They gotta do all that work over again. Just about one corner behind everyone.
Mirdu making a bit of aggressive moves.
Yeah. Aggression's one thing, but crashing
Force
into
1
people
running
is not.
wide.
Very wide,
That's
that's
gonna
uncharacteristic.
close the gap for Vortex.
Now, Cal, you've
Stick
been in
to
this
the
position
back
right behind
end.
people in GT cars. If you're Vortex, are you just going to sit there and just hope that Force 1 runs out his tires, or are you going to keep forcing the issue?
I don't think this race is long enough to really run out the tires. I mean, we're talking most of the time good half hour, 40 minutes. Now, these aren't full GT cars, but still, I don't think the tire fall off is going to be enough for him to sit there and wait.
If anything, it might help the speed get a bit more balanced, a bit more subdued. Hamish running wide again.
Hamish actually has the current fast lap of the race with a 55.366, which is just barely faster than the pole time. Or no, barely slower than the pole time, excuse me. Saying the wrong thing here. Okay. Field's really not too spread out anymore. They're just kind of chugging along there.
Vortex and Force 1 is where the majority of the action's occurring.
The rest of the field looks a little spread out at the moment.
Again, as we watch their different lines through. Ooh!
Whoa! Good save!
Also gonna get a bit of a slide.
And
He's
Vortex is going to peek up the inside. Is he going to get it?
He
Yes.
will do.
However, Force 1 is probably going to squeeze him going into the corner there.
He's got the better entry.
Yep, he's going to prevent him from using that exit. Now, Force 1 ran wide there, but he had nowhere to go, so that's not going to be anything actionable. Still side by side as we go into turn 2.
This reminds
as
me
we go
of
into turn
my
3.
race around here. Whereas
Now-
side by side an entire lap.
Now, if
This
you're
track
Hamish,
looks good racing.
who are you going to follow? Are you going to follow your teammate or are you going to follow your rival? Still side by side as we go into the back sector. Force one up the inside. Is
Ooh.
Vortex going to go for the
Might
cutback?
go for
Yes.
no run.
Bit of a slide,
But that's
and
gonna-
he's still
that's gonna
ahead.
set up-
Contact! Vortex gets sent wide.
Yeah, that set him up better for that.
More
corner.
contact. Force one slides off. Vortex gets a better launch. And the last one's back in the lead.
Well, that's what happens when you try and slam the door with somebody's foot still in it. Sometimes it comes back and hits you in the face.
Very exciting racing up front here.
Very well held from both of the two drivers there. Vortex not particularly leaving enough room, in my opinion, but
Whoa, Hamish with a big
Ooh.
mistake there. That's going to cost him a shot at second place.
that's going to cost him fourth.
Yep. Prod Forza 4 AMG
Third.
sliding through.
It's not going to affect his points though.
Now, I know that
Looking
two
good.
Australians won on the Racing Holy Trinity Day, but when you send the stamp, you're supposed to lick it first. I think he just ran out of grip there. That sounded much funnier in my head.
Yeah. We gave you a pity laugh there. It's okay. Vortex gonna get a bit more of a gap out on Force 1.
Yep, and we've got 4 laps to go.
And once again, Aston, Ash, and Mead are catching up to the back of the field. Just a matter of, are they going to get there in time to do anything with it? I do not know.
Considering they're all pro-ams, will it even make a difference?
They're just racing for pride at this point.
Yep.
Force one going
running
off
wide onto
again.
the grass.
He's really pushing.
Yeah.
Remember, he is young. He's only like 18, I think. So, oh, we got a big fight going on here in the
Wow.
mid-pack between ESC Darkin and Fina Marco for 8th place. Bandit
Vortex
just
almost
behind them.
closed that gap entirely.
Yep, Darkin actually did just make the pass for 8th on his teammate, and the teammates hit each other. Darkin's
Oh
off.
dear.
That's not going to
Yeah, I
go
see
over well.
that on the map.
Oh, Fina Marco's off. That just cost them 2 spots. Well done, boys.
Wow.
Getting a bit punchy back here with 3 laps to go.
Yeah. I can see them on the map. They are very close.
Yeah,
Vortex is going to be running wide on turn 1 a bit, and that's going to help him catch up to Force 1.
Okay.
Looking for that late apex.
Ooh, you can see the sweat starting to come now. Look how twitchy these cars are.
Yeah. That could have just been Forza though.
I don't know. This car is pretty, it rolls a lot, depending on the,
Yeah.
inputs.
Little bit of lockup for Force 1.
Doesn't quite hit his apex there.
Force 1
He's
just
gonna
has to
be
park it on the
holding very-
apex there. There
Yeah.
it goes.
That's going to hamper Vortex's lap.
This will be 3 to go when they come to the line. Just lap 20, 21, and 22 to go. Still under a half second up front. That's incredible.
These cars always lead to awesome racing.
Vortex
In the
running
sprint.
wide again. Gotta stop doing that, Marty.
I believe that line that he took is just about clean. Forza clean.
Yeah.
But he's pushing it.
Lots of pushing going on right now.
Driftin and Adam are pretty close right now, looking at the timing screen.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Jackal, Asanash, and Meady. But I think I'm gonna keep
Stick-
looking at the fight for the lead.
Oop,
Last 2 laps.
appears to be been some contact for 3rd place.
Oh dear.
Hamish trying to take it back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's right on him.
Again, Vortex getting the run on Force 1 is going to be side by side going into turn 2 and 3.
Whoa, my goodness. And Force 1 maintains the lead.
If I were Vortex there, I would have tried slightly to just brake a bit later than you usually would. To get that inside, but it looks like Force 1's going to be winning this unless a huge mistake happens.
Yep, and we will try to catch the other positions as we get there.
Yep.
Alright, so new top speed of the race recorded by Adam Watson in 6th at 156 miles an hour. That's pretty fast.
Significantly fast.
Alright, there's a bit of a gap now between Vortex and Force 1 on the last lap. Let's see if Marty can do anything about it. Nice line through turn 1. Keeps it on the curb.
Just about. That's really pushing it. And that curb on the outside is scary to run over. Vortex has closed the gap a tiny bit. Going for a very late braking there. See
He
if he
ran a
could.
little too wide there.
Yeah, he was trying to spot the outside to get the inside for the next corner. But unless something crazy happens, Force 1's going to be running away with this.
Yep. The last Force 1 taking what is either 4th or 5th win of the season. Good job. Jumping back to Drifting now. Let's see what's going on here. Ah, he's done. So Drift gets 4th, which means that Hamish had an issue. Where's Hamish?
Hamish has gotten 4th on my screen.
Hamish disappeared on mine.
Ah.
And it's now kicked me out of spectate. Well,
Yeah, it's kicked me out as well.
Same here.
okay.
So we're not going to be able to catch the last few people, but...
No, it ended
That's how that
beforehand because there's a delay, remember?
Right.
So, results are in. First place, the last Force 1. Second place, HCR Vortex 9. Then Prod Forza 4 AMG, HCR Hamish, and Driftin' Hero wrapping out the top 5. Adam Watson takes 6th, Mr. Drive 7th, AX4X Bandit takes 8th, ESC Darkin gets 9th, followed by his teammate Finamarco in 10th. 11th is Midland Zeta, followed by Prod Excited in 12th. Olivo the Jackal 13, and then the guys who had an issue at the beginning, THR Astanash and EVR Mead 14 and 15.
Yeah, that's not good stuff from them.
It's a bit punchy, guys. What do you think that race went?
Well, it was a close battle for the majority of the race for first with Vortex Hamish, but then Hamish made that mistake that allowed Forza 4 to get into 3rd place. And then it kind of just, nothing much happened after that, apart from the Asanash and Miadu incident twice. Bit of jostling for position. And that one awesome lap with Force 1 and Vortex, where they were side by side almost the entire time.
Yep.
Great
Also,
racing.
for anyone wanting to follow along the leaderboards, HCR TJ Steele is actually live updating the live timing page, so if you want to grab that, you're probably going to enjoy it, knowing the actual positions in real time. I was wondering what he was doing, because like I was looking over at the results and I kept seeing all these numbers changing. I'm like, what is going on? But it was just TJ preemptively putting things in, so
What
it's
do the
pretty cool.
numbers mean?
Alright, so I would
Yeah, it was an
assume...
impressive run for Force 1 and Vortex being able to continually pull away from the field as they battled. Not
Yeah,
easy
that's-
to do.
It's very impressive. They are very fast drivers there. So right now we're just waiting for round 6, correct? All of the races?
Yep, this will be round 6. 3rd event, 6th race, round 6. Alright, so the starting grid, if they do segregate it by class, it will be Force 1, Vortex, Hamish, Adam Watson, and then Mead, who finished 15th, will be 5th, but they may end up changing that. So.
That's quite good work by Force 1 though. considering he qualified 3rd place. And honestly, Forza 4 AMG qualifying 6th and finishing 3rd. Very good stuff from him.
Well, in fairness, he should probably be in the pro class because he is Prod's fastest driver. Actually, one of the genuinely fastest Latin American drivers out there, including Puerto Rico. So, not too surprising to see him race well today. Alright, and it looks like DOR Forlorn Bear has taken the win in Lobby 2. Just seeing those results come in now. 2nd place went to They Call Me Bubs for LMP Monster Tech. And 3rd went to MRT A&M 79 for MRT Online Racing. So, that's pretty good.
Good stuff.
MRT had a team place relatively well in the championship last season, so not surprised to see them do well.
Yes.
So, not really sure what Adam is doing at the moment. He hasn't sent me anything, so I would imagine he's just explaining how the 2nd race is going to work or something, but
Possibly.
there's no way for us to know at the moment.
Looks like everyone's ready to up.
Oh.
Ah, no, that's
Dina Marco disconnected.
crashing.
Unlucky.
Hopefully he should be able to get back in, unless that was an intentional disconnect.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I always love the liveries for this. How they use the same sort of like canvas, but make completely different looking cars.
If you're on the stream seeing me tab around a lot, I apologize, but many things to maintain to keep this up here. I wonder if he's just waiting for the results of round 2 to get put in, just so the dock can be the same for everyone. That would be my guess.
Possibly.
Because they should be almost done now. I think it's flying Mikey J doing the inputs right now. Yeah, it is flying. It's Mikey doing it. So Lobby 2 results. Again, it was DOR Forlorn Bear in 1st, followed by They Call Me Bubs, then MRT A&M 79 in 3rd. 4th place was BG Cowboy. 5th was Born Joker 999, who started 8th. 6th, FM Jam, who started 4th. 7th is Provoked Leaf. 8th was Maynard Mark IV, followed by Nelly D Racer and AX4X Broomski to round out the top 10. 11th, MRT Westicles, assuming I'm saying that right. 12th, MRT KJM 82. 13th, Flying Mikey J. 14, Peter, and rounding out the field was Unknown Hitman in 15th. So the fastest qualifying time was a 55.29. Slowest qualifying time was a 57.26. So, round about 2 seconds from top to bottom here. Alright, so I think the main thing to watch for this race is going to be the climb through the field for Aston Ash and Mead.
Hopefully they cool it down a bit.
Yep.
Before making moves.
Yeah,
You could tell that both of them were very frustrated with just the way they were driving.
So, just waiting for come in here. So while we're waiting, let's take a little bit more of a look at the actual drivers themselves, where they come from and all. So, Adam Watson, obviously from the UK, TORA staff member. Bandit, American driver. Looks like we're loading in now.
Have to, interrupt you.
Yeah, Vortex Ireland, Prod guys Puerto Rico, Zeta's the US, Meads UK. It's mostly UK and US guys in here, and then of course the ESC guys from France.
Probably leaning more towards UK due to the time frame. It is the middle of a working day in the United States right now.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we are loading in now, and this is going to be the same format as the last time, a single outlap followed by a rolling start. So, here we go again at Silverstone. Bit of a burnout going on. So...
Gotta get those tires warm.
Oh, false start. Somebody had an issue.
Yep.
Yep.
Wonder what's going on there.
Probably an audio issue.
Time. Yeah. Oliver the Jackal taking his dear sweet time to quit out there. There he goes.
There's always one.
Yeah. Okay.
Make sure you guys get in spectate mode. There you go.
Okay. Looks like we are just waiting for Force 1 to ready up. And now he is, so we should be going any second now.
It's quite exciting to see a team like Force 1 in these more... you wouldn't call them less important, but...
maybe more notable drivers, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, as in the races taking part in these sort of like smaller races, as opposed to the long stuff.
Alright, so we have the starting grid here again. Looks like we're loading in, and we'll know in a few seconds whether or not the whether or not the thing is going to keep going.
Well, they got 2 restarts, so hopefully they can get away with this one cleanly this time.
Yep. This one looks good.
This looks like no one's wrecking.
I don't see any e-brakes being pulled, so it's always a good sign.
Yep.
So again, just taking you through the field on the outlap real quick. We have Force 1 taking it out in pole, followed by Vortex in second. Prod Forza 4, who we will just call Forza 4, in third. Then we got Hamish, fourth in that black car. Fifth, Driftin' Hero, one of the TORA marshals. Sixth, Adam Watson, head of P-Cars. Seventh, we have Mr. Drive. Eighth, Bandit. Hopefully he can stay connected this time. Wait, no, that was his teammate. Bandit finished last time. What am I saying? Darkin in ninth. Fina Marco in 10th. Hopefully these two don't crash each other again. Midlane Zeta in 11th. Maybe Zeta will throw a dive bomb this time. Who knows? Prod Excited in 12th. Aston Ash in 13th. SoCal 14. Only 14. Oops, okay, apparently some passing occurred under the safety car there. That's fine. Moving back up to the front.
Still working on getting formed up.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to watch the start
messy at the very back of the field, but looks like they're going to get there in time.
Yeah. Going to watch the start from HCR Hamish's point of view.
Nope,
and
Jackal's going to start off the back.
Looks like a clean start for the front row, Vortex and Force 1. Ooh, big slide.
Drifting Hero getting slidey there.
Adam runs wide.
Adam out of the track. He's
Probably
going to get that position.
Probably
3 wide, I
have
didn't
done
even
that.
notice his drive there.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's
and
gonna...
a mistake from Hamish immediately.
Wow, big mistakes.
Oh!
At least 2 cars off.
More crashing in the back, and we missed it. Damn.
Will
See what
that
it is.
create...
Adam
is there a safety car?
No.
Drift.
It's gonna be... It was Drive, Adam Watson, and Drift that were involved in that.
Yep.
Oh boy. If you guys are able to try to take an Xbox clip for that.
That's a
Somebody just went straight
disconnect
off.
from Drive.
Yeah. Either a disconnect or a rage quit. He's still driving, so his controller probably
Still-
disconnected.
That was a controller disconnect.
That,
Very
that rots.
unfortunate.
Yeah, he's still on track.
Might as well just bring it home now. Get whatever points you can.
Yep, indeed.
That is just rough.
That's
His
a
car is
shame. Disconnecting is
probably super broken now. Let's see.
No, it looks like he headed out on the front straight, going to the pits. So.
Nah, he's got trans damage though, so he missed a downshift or something. Unlucky for Mr. Drive.
yeah.
Drift.
He lost a lot of positions there.
Oh yeah.
Drifts back up to 12th already.
A little bit of contact
So,
in
hey,
third.
Matt.
Both Caltex cars are currently after him, so who knows?
And your top three after that insanity is Force 1, Vortex, and Forza 4. With
It
Hamish
might
hot on
change
his heels.
very soon though.
Here
I
cometh
think
the...
I just heard a missed shift there from Prod Forza 4.
And let's see if we
And
can
that is
verify
him
that.
from third now.
No transmission damage for Prod Forza 4, so appears to be okay.
Ooh, contact for Marco from Aston Ash as he works his way through. Oh, and he puts. Oh, nice save by SoulCal.
I caught the end of that barely. That could have been very, very messy.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I missed out there.
That was a big hit, but caught it.
Yeah, let's take a look now at Aston Ash in the 584 and see what he does here.
Yeah, let's look at Asnash and Mead's charge through the field.
Now, I remember from the last season of this race, I was usually in the B lobby. The starts would be pretty hectic, but after a few laps, you'd see guys who made mistakes in the first race just slamming their way through the field, just picking off drivers corner after corner.
Is
Not-
this going to be a repeat?
Doesn't
with,
help.
Midu and Asnash.
Right, Mead seems
Looks
to.
like they're being much more respectful of each other there.
However, Aston Ash did run wide, so he needs to stop doing that because that is not good.
To be fair, he was forced wide there.
I don't know about that. He probably could have held it on. He would have
Yeah.
lost speed, but
Hey Alpha and chat. Taking the commentary debut.
okay. Looks like we've got a little bit of a battle between ESC Darken and Prod Excited for 7th. Zeta up there in 6th, holding his own. Field definitely spreading out more quickly this time.
Yeah. Drivers realizing how some of them behaved last race and kind of chilling out a bit more.
Yeah.
It usually happens the second race of a race night is generally a lot cleaner.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna look at this battle all the way from Aston Ash's position. Very close race between those guys.
Looks like Mead's getting ready to chuck up the inside of Aston Ash. And he goes for it. And he's using the curbs. And it looks like he's
might
mostly
work
got
out,
it. Nope, he runs
but
wide.
he just needs to make it to the next corner. He's still gonna be side by side on the exit.
And he gets forced off by Aston Ash. Can't say I blame him at this point.
That's gonna be cleared though, and they've lost a lot of position by doing that. And the drivers ahead, they need to work together to get through this field.
Yeah, it's pretty common in races like this for when a couple fast guys get knocked back and then say, hey guys, let's just run together, catch up to these guys, and oh, Midu with a big
Whoa,
crash!
Midu.
Whoa! That's not going to be
That
allowed to
might
stick.
work out.
That was an off-track overtake, so he's going to get dinged for that if he doesn't give it back. Come on, Midu, use your
Yeah.
brain, give it back. No!
I think
Nope.
he's a bit
Well,
frustrated right now, going for pulling out all the moves.
got him dead to rights there.
That was definitely off track though. Four
Oh, man.
tires.
Oh,
wow.
big contact between Finamarco
Yeah.
and SoCal. So glad I was having a hard time changing drivers there. Whew.
But Miadu is pulling massively on the cars ahead.
Yeah, he's
Got a great exit there.
of the guys on screen right now, he is inarguably the fastest one. It's just a matter of keeping it on the road and not breaking the car.
I believe
Contact between SoCal and Finamarco. Finamarco runs wide, and way up ahead, Zeta gets forced off by Excited. But he maintains the spot.
I believe I'm correct in saying Mirdu's relatively new to Forza League racing.
He's been around for a while, but he took a big break in the middle. So, Finamarco gets nudged wide by Mirdu and SoCal. This is getting juicy for 8th and 9th, or 9th and 10th rather.
Prod Forza 4
SoCal
is
gonna
doing
get the inside.
Prod Forza 4 is doing a good job of currently keeping up with the top 3.
Yeah, those top 3
Still
are
right there with them.
I will switch to that as soon as Mead catches SoCal here, because this is the fight to watch at the moment.
Yeah, it's...
Mead gets sent wide by contact from Finamarco.
Yep.
He's going to try to pass him off the track. That's not good. Oh, contact, and again, Midu crashes people.
4 wide at one moment there.
And Astenash is up to 9th.
He's going to be taking that nicely.
Right,
I'm going to switch back to Prod Forza 4.
Wow, this is a good fight.
Look close.
Good eye, Cal. Nose to nose to nose. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really seems like as much as Vortex wants to do something, just doesn't have anything for Force 1 unless Force 1 really screws up.
I love how the top 4 all run wide. Again.
Looked like Force 1 may have backed out of it a little bit though, because Vortex really closed up on him on that straight, and he theoretically shouldn't have, considering how wide he ran, so he may have lifted because of that.
Yeah, we're just quickly jumping off of the onboards here to the cinematic cameras. Nice tracking shot of the 2 HDR drivers in Force 1. Into the last corner. Hamish having a look at Vortex for a second, and he can't get it done.
This is going to slow them all up, though, for Forza 4 to kind of lay off a bit. He's been pushing very hard to get the laps he's been getting. Looks like the mischief thing is a Forza glitch.
Under 1 second between 1st and 4th. That is incredible.
Always leads to great racing. This setup.
Lock up for Vortex. But he's going to get a little bit of a run coming out. No, he's not. He lost a ton of ground there.
Well, it's interesting. Force 1 seems to, on brake tip in, seems to be locking the fronts down into this corner here. And then, but ends up perfect.
Wow, Prod Forza 4 going for a massive move, but he's going to make a bit of contact there with Hamish. That almost worked out. That was from 70 foot or so behind.
Let's ride along with Vortex, see if we can get a better idea of what his car is doing without the chase cam going in there.
So, if I could request for you to check the Discord real quick.
I have done.
Again?
I'm looking at it now. I see it.
Yeah, okay. Is that a...
I understand the message.
Okay.
Again, Force 1 in 1st, Vortex in 2nd, and Hamish in 3rd. Remember when we were saying the top 4 were under 1 second apart? They're not anymore. It's more like 2 seconds now.
Big lock up from ahead.
It's interesting how much quieter the cars get when you use the replay cams as opposed to the game cams. Really quite different.
I prefer using the game cams.
Yeah, so do I. Oh,
Honestly,
Mead is up to 6th. When did that happen? That must have just happened. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's in 10th. The leaderboard's lying to us. Big fight going on in the midfield now.
I'm gonna switch back to that. That looks very interesting.
Whoa. We have
all of the cars.
Midland Zeta, Prod Excited, Astenash, Mead, and SoCal all right there.
Drift and Hero also nipping at their heels, as well as Finamarco.
Yeah. Looks like, oh,
It's gonna
Excited
run
runs wide.
on the,
Just wish these
Going on the runoff.
cinematic cameras would pan out just a little bit more so we could see. Big run from Aston Ash. Oh, never mind. What is going on right now? Leaderboard can't keep up with the action. There goes Mead again. Trying to get by Aston Ash, can't get it done.
Force One again, just ever so slight lockups on what appears to be brake tipping. I don't know if maybe the pressure's just not quite working the same way it does for this car as it does others for him, or whether that's just how he drives, but it's interesting to see that.
I'm thinking he's just got it set up a little bit more aggressively than the other drivers do, just so he can try to get that little bit of extra speed. Bit of a lockup from Mead and Aston Ash again. These guys are really going for it here in the mid-pack.
Ooh, we potentially got a move for the lead right now. Vortex. Oh, no, okay. He got out. He got on the left side of.
it looks like he's gonna get the run though. They're still side by side.
Battle for the lead, you say, eh? Let's take a look.
Yep.
Yeah,
Switching to
they're
Hamish.
side by side.
Force One
Coming
needs to
down the
not
back
make a
here.
mistake here, and it looks like he's gone a bit wide.
Vortex going on the left. That's gonna put him on the
Trying to get
outside
that
though.
back. He might be able to get him mid-corner here, because that's where the cars go wide generally, but he
Yep.
doesn't.
Went for the over-under, but Force One did a good job of closing that down before he could get up the inside.
Ay, ay, ay. It's like I don't even know where to look this race.
It's very close.
Oh,
all
Hamish,
along.
what are you doing, buddy? Super wide.
And again, yeah, I see what you mean, Cal. Force One slightly slower on that first straight. Second, after turn one.
It might be that he's running a little bit more front aero and a bit softer front just to make the car plant on exit.
Possibly.
Hamish is caught right up to this front two, but I'm not entirely convinced that he's going to push Vortex too hard because of, again, that team's championship. What's going on, Cal?
Looked like Vortex really dropped off coming out of the final. I didn't see why I had my camera focused on Force One, but he's dropped way back with Hamish now right on his tail.
Yeah, these guys need to stop violating track limits in turn one because that is not going to be looked upon well by the stewards. I know you always want to try to keep up as close as you can, but you can't violate the track limits to do it. That's not going to sit well.
Again, Force One locks up just a little bit, headed into the back sector.
Yeah. I don't think it's really slowing him down too much, though. He might be running just a really aggressive brake bias and pressure, so it might actually be helping him to slightly lock it up a little bit. Force One. Yep. Vortex again running wide in turn one. It's,
As well as Hamish, to be fair.
yeah, they really got to stop doing that. Lock
Another
up again.
lockup. That one was bigger than the others, though.
Yep.
I haven't seen him leave tire tracks up until this point.
Looks like the battle for 15th is getting pretty close between Excited and Olivo the Jackal.
I think I'm gonna stick with the top three guys though for now.
Yep, I'm just gonna check it out real quick, see if anything's happening. Let's check out Midland Zeta. Zeta has plummeted from 7th to 10th, so it looks like he got bullied back there. Aston Ash is now up to 7th, with Mead right on his butt again. Ay, ay, ay. And contact again between Mead and Aston Ash in the last corner.
It's like they installed magnets in cars.
Yeah. It's always nice when you can find people that are like exactly your pace, but I sometimes wish that watching some of these races that the drivers could just not hit each other as much. It kind of takes away from the excitement as Astanesh runs wide again. Oh, Mead's on the inside. Is he going to throw it in there? Sort of. And Mead makes the pass, and then Astanesh gets hit by SoCal. And Mead is probably going to finish 7th now, uncontested.
Vortex has a bit of a wiggle, but he keeps it all together. Using every bit of that AstroTurf on the outside of the curbing in the final corner.
Riding on board with Hamish here. Just turning off the name display. Love that shot into turn 1. The car just looks so fast through there.
Yeah. Getting a nice low and far away zoomed in view will do that.
Yeah. And if you do happen to have this car, you can probably get the exact same tune from AMS Swift because it is shared, and just give it a shot. See if you can match their lap times around here. I know I ran a few laps before the race just so I could kind of remember what to talk about, and it's tricky. It's very line dependent.
Those cars are very... They're
Slidey.
very odd handling because of the
Whoa! Hamish. You guys see that?
No?
You just four-wheel drifted there. That was crazy.
Yeah. Did not see that.
No, I've been focused on Vortex trying to get a move done. 2 laps to go. Going quite quickly.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that first corner camera.
Yeah, it's just spectacular. Yeah, I see in the stream chat here people are asking for more not third-person cam, but the issue with that is that the TV cameras, they zoom in too much, so you can't really see anything.
Yeah.
Like this tracking shot here, we only see Hamish. We don't actually get to see anything happening. Big lockup again from Force 1.
I'm gonna be switching over to Vortex.
Yep, gonna jump back in third person here for the last lap so we can see what's going on.
I'm gonna keep it in in tracking shot or whatever.
Okay. Alright, let's see who's gonna make it work through turn 1.
That guy controlling the camera on the last corner has to be paid a lot.
Yeah.
He's right on that,
Big wiggle from Vortex.
He's got to be getting desperate now. The only problem is if he throws it too early, he's just going to throw away second. It's kind of a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, with Hamish
really
keeping up with him this time.
For that move, he's going to be in the draw.
He's going for it. He's going to chuck it up the inside. No, he's...
Nose.
Yep, he's got it. I think he's got it. Come on.
He's got to hold it, though, for the next
On the
corner.
outside, though. It's not where you want to be. Now, if he can force him wide...
Be holding it.
Yeah, Force 1's got it.
Yep.
Yep, although he's still in the draft.
Was very close.
It's very unlikely.
They might go side by side, but nah.
Ah!
That's going to be it.
That's it.
Close stuff.
Wow.
1/10 of a second between Force 1 and Vortex. That's it. That is incredible. Not even a tenth. Less than a tenth of a second.
Great stuff.
Good job, guys.
Fraud Forza 4 still finishing up in 4th.
Yep. And now we're just watching Mr. Drive bring it home here. And that's it. Race results. You guys want to read those through, Cal?
Yeah, you go for it, Cal.
What?
Go for the race results. Previous race.
I got it. So, first place, Veloz Force 1, sweeping the event. Second place is going to be HCR Vortex 9 from Ireland. Third, HCR Hamish. And fourth, Prod Forza 4 AMG. Fifth, AXRX Bandit. Sixth, ESC Darken. Seventh, EVR Mead, charging up from the 15th starting position. Then we have THR Astanesh, followed by AX4X SoCal and Driftin' Hero. Midland Zeta takes 11th, Adam Watson 12th, Fina Marco, Jackal, Excited, and Mr. Drive in the rear.
Yeah, looks like as far as best laps are concerned, a couple guys forgot to dirty their out lap, and hence then never got another clean lap because they ran so close. So
Yeah.
hard to say who really set the fastest. The best we've got, as I see cars
Flipping in the
Forza
background.
rolling on their roofs. in the
Yeah, I see
background.
that.
That's
as
fun.
As a recreation of that one Porsche crash. At,
Yeah.
I can't remember the circuit. But yeah.
Yeah, of the fastest ones that were reported, HCR had a dirty 55.3. Best we got as far as what we can tell, but a lot of 55s.
And again, that's also kind of what you'd expect, just from everyone being where they are on track relative to qualifying. So now the live timing is being updated so that the points can be most accurately put in there.
Yep.
So it might take a little bit for that to get sorted out. So keep that in mind as I go through the standings. First place, unsurprisingly, is going to be Veloz Force 1 with 898 points. 900 is perfect. He's got 898. Second is Mead with 885, followed by Adam Watson with 878, Vortex 736, and Hamish 594. Hamish, however, did miss a round.
And they do get a drop round for the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
So that's gonna mean he'll probably be quite up there.
Yeah.
Vortex as well getting a very bad finish on round 2, I believe, probably because of a disconnect.
Yeah, it looks like he actually just didn't even start the second race because he only has 145.
Ah, yeah, that might be that.
Now, if we look at the Pro-Am side of things, Drifty Hero has 893, followed by SoCal's 870, and Asenash with 868. That's going to be one to watch.
Yeah.
Now, if we go down to the AM class, the leader... Actually, we shouldn't really go through the AM class yet because their lobby results are not in, so
Yeah.
it'll be a bit premature.
Not for now.
But I do not know when they started, so...
Well, that's good stuff. Great racing as always.
I think that's all we've got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in to the TORA Carrera Cup races from Silverstone National. I'm Darkster24 signing off for SFM Cowmaster and SFM's Eye, and we might see you next time.
See you guys.
See ya.